I'm Cayla Grace Murphy with the Cullman Tribune, and tonight we're going to be reading Hedgehog's Big Adventure. It's about a little hedgehog named Hazel who was very curious about the world outside of her home. Hazel lived with her parents in a nice comfy hedge, but each night she'd creep out and look from the edge at the hills and the fields and the stars in the sky. "I wonder what's out there," she said with a sigh. Her father told stories of darkness and dangers, of foxes and night owls and gigantic badgers. But Hazel was certain she had to explore and set out to see what the woods had in store. She walked up Hedge Hill, feeling tense but excited, unaware that above she had already been sighted. An owl swooped right down with a twit and a twoo, scooped her up in its claws, and off they both flew. Despite being scared on her dangerous ride, Hazel saw woodlands and fields far and wide. She knew she had to get out of this pickle, so plucked out a spike and gave the owl's feet a tickle. It hooted and dropped her, she fell through the sky, plummeting faster as the cold air whooshed by. As her luck would have it, she had a soft landing, but if she thought she was safe, it was a misunderstanding. A black and white face turned around with a growl. "A badger!" she yelped, "even worse than an owl!" She gripped onto the back of this menacing creature. The badger's jaws snapped, but it couldn't quite reach her. The badger rolled over and Hazel broke free. This was her one chance, that much she could see. She found an old leaf pile and scrambled right under as the badger stood up and looked round in wonder. "Where did she go?" the badger remarked, while Hazel crept off like a ghost in the dark. She found the top of Hedge Hill just past the heath, but then came face to face with some big snarling teeth. "A fox!" squeaked poor Hazel, "and nowhere to crawl!" She rolled herself up in a prickly ball. The fox snarled and said, "Now just stay nice and still." But she said, "No, thank you," and rolled right down the hill. She tumbled along through the damp and the dark, through the leaves and the moss, over acorns and bark. When Hazel got home, she lay floppy and flat. That was fun, but I'm done with adventures like that. The end. Thank you so much for reading this book with me tonight. It's one of my daughter's favorites, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Sweet dreams.